Zelensky was asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
Blake Lively was caught off guard when SNL host Colin Jost roasted her and Ryan Reynolds during the show's 50th anniversary special in February 2025. The moment quickly turned awkward, especially since Jost is married to Scarlett Johansson, Ryan's ex-wife. What was meant to be a night of celebration took a personal turn, and Blake's stunned reaction didn't go unnoticed. Viewers were left buzzing as the Hollywood couple faced an unexpectedly tense and very public moment.
Just 2 weeks after Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were at SNL 50, and Ryan Reynolds participated in one of the bits.
Well, hey, Ryan Reynolds!
Hi.
Hey! Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
The show poked fun at the ongoing legal feud between Lively and Justin Baldoni. So over the weekend, Colin Jost, who by the way is married to Scarlett Johansson, Ryan Reynolds' ex-wife, referenced the ongoing legal drama between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, and you just have to watch.
Zelensky was asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
So yeah, this isn't going away anytime soon. The couple also was not in attendance at the Oscars over the weekend, which was somewhat surprising because while neither of them were in anything that was nominated, they were both in big movies last year. But they weren't there, and they likely will say they weren't there because they didn't want to face any of the backlash from this ongoing legal battle.
What was meant to be a lighthearted tribute turned unexpectedly tense when Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds took the SNL stage. With the couple still under public scrutiny after the recent $400 million lawsuit, all eyes were on them. At first, things seemed smooth, but that changed fast. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler asked Ryan a simple, friendly question. "How's it going, Ryan?" Instead of keeping it easy, Ryan gave a smug smile and made a comment that caught everyone off guard. The crowd fell silent, and Blake's reaction said it all. This wasn't the comeback moment they hoped for.
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
It surprised me. I'm unaware of anybody, frankly, whose wife has been sexually harassed and has made jokes about that type of situation.
Justin, if I'm not mistaken, is on vacation right now with his kids in Hawaii. Is he still there? Do you speak to him?
I do speak to him. I speak to him often. I wouldn't call it vacation. I don't think anybody who's been accused of heinous, arguably what are crimes, is on vacation. I think that he is trying to gather with his family and get some semblance.
What was supposed to be a nostalgic tribute to 5 decades of SNL turned into a brutal public unraveling of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The 50th anniversary special quickly shifted from celebration to disaster. For months, Blake and Ryan had been out of sight, avoiding the media frenzy surrounding that $400 million lawsuit. But suddenly, they were back on stage, acting like none of it had happened. At first, things seemed smooth. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler tossed Ryan a softball. "How's it going, Ryan?" But instead of keeping it simple, Ryan flashed a smug grin and delivered a one-liner that landed with a thud. The laughter that followed was uncomfortable, forced, and awkward. The room shifted. Amy Poehler's cold stare said it all, and the audience couldn't ignore the elephant in the room, the lawsuit. Then came the moment that sealed it. Colin Jost, SNL host and Scarlett Johansson's husband, took the stage. Scarlett, of course, is Ryan Reynolds' ex-wife. What happened next wasn't just a roast, it was personal. Colin's delivery was sharp, calculated, and devastating. His joke didn't just hit Ryan, it targeted Blake directly, and the audience's stunned silence turned into gasps. The punchline was a kill shot. Blake, who had spent years crafting a perfect public image, was suddenly exposed. Ryan's misstep handed Colin the setup, and he delivered the knockout. That night, the illusion shattered. Hollywood made it clear. Blake's untouchable image was over. The myth was gone, and there was no coming back. Ryan and Blake didn't just miscalculate. They walked into the fire, and this time, they didn't rise from the ashes.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just dared to show their face in public for the first time in 4 months at SNL 50 and made a joke about their court case with Justin Baldoni on live national television in front of the whole room. You will not believe what they said. Here's them on the red carpet. Ryan looks like guilt is eating him alive. Blake looks wonderful. She even had time to put on some of her florals. I wonder if she put someone in the basement at this event too, allegedly. So Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, who were hosting the event, were doing a Q&A with all the celebrities in the audience, and for some reason, Ryan Reynolds thinks people want him there. And they were like, "Oh, I'm shocked to see you here, Ryan Reynolds." And he makes a joke like, "Wait, what have you heard? What do you mean?"
Who else? Who else is a question?
I have a question.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds.
Hi.
Hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard? Yeah, okay.
Anya Taylor-Joy's like, "What the fuck?" This man's reaction is amazing. He's like, "What are you doing here?" This also comes in light of Justin Baldoni's first public appearance since the court case, but he kept it classy and didn't make any jokes about this court case with very sensitive, touchy subjects in it because he has class. And this is just so surprising to me because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds just asked the judge for an extension on Blake's amended lawsuit to respond to Justin's lawsuit because he completely destroyed her in it, and they denied them that extension. So they have to turn that lawsuit in on Tuesday, and they're spending their Sunday night at SNL 50. Like, don't you got some homework to do, Blake? And I'll definitely update you when her amended lawsuit comes out and she tries to win public opinion back. And so you stay in the know for all updates on this court case. Make sure to hit follow on all apps in case of a ban because
Reality didn't just knock. It blew past Blake and Ryan's polished image. Hollywood's patience had clearly run out. And Ryan Reynolds? He couldn't help himself. Instead of staying quiet after the awkward SNL moment, he made it worse again. This wasn't the first time. When the $400 million Baldoni lawsuit hit, Ryan tried to joke about it using Deadpool-style humor. It backfired badly.
Baldoni's legal team thinks so, saying the character is a deliberate attempt to mock, harass, intimidate, and bully the star.
Can we just be done?
Ooh, we're just getting started.
E.T. obtained the 5-page demand letter Justin's attorney sent to Marvel and Disney asking that they preserve all relevant documents relating to the development of the character. The evidence linking Baldoni to Nice Pool? Well, there's the man bun, a hairstyle Justin had for years, and references to body shaming, something Blake accuses Justin of doing.
She just had a baby too and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist.
Here I am doing my part, trying to be a feminist.
Let's rewind to December 2024, when the lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds was still dominating headlines. Ryan had every chance to play it smart, stay quiet, let the lawyers handle it, and maybe salvage their public image. But instead, he chose to stir the pot. Cue Nice Pool, an awkward parody he inserted into a Deadpool promo. The character was an over-the-top, soft-spoken, feminist ally, clearly a dig at Justin Baldoni. And to make it worse, Ryan added a tone-deaf joke about pregnancy rights, turning what could have been satire into a global PR disaster. Baldoni's team noticed immediately, and so did the public. What was meant to be edgy just looked petty. Months later, Ryan doubled down live on SNL, without a script or filter, and it backfired again. Meanwhile, Blake was in the audience, watching it all implode. She'd spent months carefully crafting her narrative, hiring PR fixers, controlling media spin, and positioning herself as the victim of a toxic director. But Ryan's live TV blunder blew that strategy apart. Then came the real unraveling. Over 50 It Ends With Us crew members spoke out, painting a very different picture of Blake. Allegations ranged from extreme control to bizarre on-set rules, like forbidding crew from making eye contact with her. The media, once in her corner, began to turn. And the breaking point? A now infamous interview with journalist Kirsty Flay Haven. What started as a polite question about Blake's pregnancy ended in an icy, passive-aggressive exchange that went viral. In that moment, the facade cracked, and Blake's carefully built public image began to collapse under its own weight.
So, after I posted the interview with Blake Lively that a lot of people have been watching, I got so many questions from people asking why I decided to post that interview now, 8 years later. And the reason for that is that I got contacted by another reporter who told me a story that was a little similar to this one that he had experienced. And then we started talking about comparing notes about this. And then I just felt like, you know what? It's not okay to behave like that. And I think it needs...
There was no drama, just a simple, kind moment until Blake Lively made it something else. During a light interview, journalist Kirsty Flay Haven congratulated Blake on her pregnancy. But instead of a gracious reply, Blake shot back, "Congrats on yours." The problem? Kirsty wasn't pregnant and had previously shared her struggles with infertility. That one offhand remark quickly turned into one of the most uncomfortable viral moments of the year. It wasn't just awkward, it was hurtful. And in that instant, Blake's carefully crafted public image took another serious hit.
Brunette because of the books. Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Oh my God! What is that?
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And you know, and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. We got the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
All over a bruised ego. That's what it came down to. Blake Lively's cold remark wasn't just a slip-up. Many saw it as intentional. And the internet didn't hold back. Within hours, social media exploded with criticism, but this wasn't the usual celebrity backlash. This time, Blake's polished image took a serious hit. Her once celebrated reputation as a feminist icon and America's sweetheart? Gone. Hollywood has a short fuse for public relations disasters, and Blake was now at the center of one. Did she apologize? No. Instead, she turned to crisis management. Enter Nick Shapiro, a high-powered fixer with a controversial background. Known for managing sensitive media narratives, Shapiro's involvement signaled one thing. Blake wasn't backing down. She was doubling down. Soon, headlines shifted, painting her as triumphant. But insiders knew better. Behind the glossy press, her legal case was faltering, and her comeback was more about spin than substance.
The books. Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Oh my God! What is that?
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And you know, and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. We got the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
All over a bruised ego. That's how it started. Blake Lively's jab at Kirsty Flay Haven wasn't a slip or a misunderstanding. It was calculated, and the internet pounced. This wasn't typical celebrity backlash. Blake's carefully crafted image shattered in real time. Her feminist icon status and sweetheart reputation? Gone. And Hollywood doesn't coddle liabilities. Did Blake apologize? No. Instead, she hired fixer Nick Shapiro, ex-CIA, linked to media suppression controversies, to clean it up. Ironically, she had previously accused Baldoni of using PR manipulation. Suddenly, glowing headlines about Blake appeared, despite her legal case unraveling behind the scenes. Baldoni's team exposed the spin, and Blake's illusions crumbled fast. Then came Ryan Reynolds. For months, he avoided blame, hiding behind jokes. But in January 2025,